Gin and tonic, strawberries and cream, and Simon and Garfunkel. These are just a few examples of things that work better when combined with something else. The same is true when it comes to influencers and marketing. As reported in our 2020 benchmark report, most firms that engage in influencer marketing use it simply as one part of their overall marketing mix to work together with their other channels. The largest band of influencer marketing users, 38%, claim they intended to devote 10 to 20% of their total marketing budget to the practice. An additional 23% plan to allocate 20 to 30% of their total marketing spend to influencer marketing. So it can be a highly valuable way to communicate knowledge about your brand and its products. But it's usually not the only way, so think of it like the tonic to your gin. Include it as one part of your marketing mix. If you're not sure what that means, let's turn to the good old Oxford Dictionary, which defines the marketing mix as being the combination of factors that can be controlled by a company to influence consumers to purchase its products. Technically, the marketing mix includes multiple factors that combine to encourage consumers to buy your products. Some argue that it consists of the 4 Ps, others claim 7 Ps. These include price, people, physical environment, process, product, place, and promotion. Often though, we can take a narrower look at the marketing mix and focus just on promotion and, to the extent, place. This is particularly the case when we look at how we split our marketing budget up. In this case, you can look at your marketing mix as being all the different types of marketing on which we spend our marketing budget and the places where we choose to do our promotion. You can split your promotion further into sales organization, public relations, advertising, sales promotion, and of course word of mouth. Although some influencer marketing can cover advertising, public relations, and sales promotion, is a clear example of word of mouth marketing. Although you usually have to pay for it rather than it being led by a satisfied customer. The thing is, you usually have to wait for satisfied customers to spread the word. Influencer marketing basically speeds that up. In the past, most marketers used a limited number of traditional marketing media, particularly for their paid ads. The most visible was TV advertising, although this was usually limited to larger brands because it was expensive. Other common types of traditional marketing include radio commercials, print ads in newspapers and magazines, billboards, and even old-scale celebrity endorsement products like the good old George Foreman grill. Virtually every form of marketing that was ever invented prior to the internet can be considered traditional marketing, and it still exists. You only have to look at the importance placed on the Super Bowl ads to understand that many brands still place a huge emphasis on their traditional marketing. At the same time, you have to look at the cost of the Super Bowl ads though. By 2020, it had reached $5.6 million for a 30-second slot, which is clearly only viable for massive firms. Most companies like to keep at some traditional marketing, leave it in their mix. It's not extinct yet. And to be fair, it makes sense to split your marketing budget across different media. That way you can reach the widest sample of potential customers and you've not got all your eggs in one basket. Of course, you need to ensure that you get the best return on your marketing budget too. If you're a small business, there's little point spending all your budget on television advertising. Likewise, you must know your target customers well and focus on the media where your potential customers spend their time. What's interesting is some of the biggest television advertisers nowadays are the sellers of funeral plans and chairlifts for the aged. So the baby boomers are still some of the biggest watchers of traditional television. However, there's been a real move towards online marketing in recent years. The internet quickly gained in popularity, but it took longer for online advertising networks and support systems to develop to support the internet's popularity. For some time, businesses knew they wished to market on the internet, but they didn't really know how to use it. To be fair, some of the people I've come across today are still completely bamboozled by the whole thing. It's very sad to see. Although things are a bit clearer now with more obvious marketing channels and systems in place, some relate more to creating online marketing, i.e. content. Others, such as influencer marketing, focus more on delivery, getting your online message to your preferred target audience. One of the oldest ways that businesses have marketed online is to try and attract the eyes of as many people interested in some subject or topic. The best way to do this is to grab the #1 slot in Google for your preferred term, so that lots of people go to your website to check out what you're all about. Websites use search engine optimization, SEO, to bag the top spot. The problem with this is it's hard because all your competitors are trying to do the same thing. It's kind of like going out on New Year's Eve. It sounds like a good idea, and then you get to the bar and it's rammed and it's really expensive and you suddenly yearn for bed. One of the most advanced forms of digital marketing is pay-per-click, PPC. You need to be careful with this though, as you can easily find yourself facing a large bill for little return if you don't have much knowledge or experience of how this works. Which reminds me of the time I accidentally blasted everyone in the UK with a banner ad, racking up 11,000 impressions in a few seconds. Yeah, you really do have to be careful. Another early form of online marketing was email marketing, and despite problems caused by spam, it's still an effective marketing channel. Successful email marketing requires you to build a targeted list of email addresses for people who are probably going to be interested in your product or your brand. You do need to be careful setting up your email list to ensure you don't fall foul of people's spam filters, which could send your messages to the equivalent of email hell. Then there's video marketing, and that exploded when internet speeds improved. YouTube is one of the world's most popular websites and second only to Google as a search engine. A lot of views will come from targeting search terms and building a following through targeting keywords, but another powerful weapon it has is the video ad platform. You know the annoying 5-second ads that stop you watching the thing you care about? They're actually pretty effective. Blogging is next, and that has been popular for decades. In many ways, a blog is a repository for content. It can include articles, recordings, podcasts, news, offers. Many bloggers have built up gigantic followings as a result of the quality of the content that they put out on a regular basis. Apart from many blogs being set up as marketing channels themselves, they also offer an opportunity for other brands to advertise using pay-per-click ads or sponsor guest posts. A variation of blogging is content marketing. This involves creating useful content that will be of interest and value to a brand's target customer. The brand will usually use a mixture of ways to distribute this content to gain maximum exposure. The brand hopes that its content will encourage discussions between a group of relevant people. In some cases, the content may even lead people to make purchasing decisions. While blogs and emails used to be the main place online where people could share relevant, interesting information, there's been a move towards social media over the last few years. The younger crowd in particular now spend much of their time on social media, although even baby boomers have begun to see the value of Facebook for keeping people connected. There are very few brands nowadays who don't have at least one simple social page. I mean, there are tons that have them and never use them, to be fair, so they're pretty pointless for most. The social networks, of course, needed to make some money from their users because they don't just give everything away for free, and apart from rigging elections and causing mass depression, they offer a splendid advertising platform, making it even easier for brands to advertise on places such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and even TikTok. More than any other marketing channels, social media encourages two-way communication between a brand and its potential customers, which is what can make it so incredibly powerful. Now, we could go on a lot longer listing other types of marketing, for example, network marketing, affiliate marketing, and contextual marketing. We're not going to cover them all in detail here because we want to focus on influencer marketing now. This takes many of the other types of marketing just listed and basically improves on them, particularly in relation to distribution. As a brand, one of your biggest problems is going to be gaining enough relevant eyes on your marketing. It takes a considerable amount of effort to build up large followings on your blog or your YouTube channel, or your social channel, or your email list. Alternatively, you can pay to target your marketing by paying for ads. This can be more expensive than the return they bring you, and that's a nightmare. Influencer marketing offers you the best of both worlds: distribution, trust, and sales. If you select the right influencers who have followers that match your preferred customer base, you can work with these experts, usually for a reasonable price. In many ways, you can look at influencer marketing as being a supercharged delivery mechanism for content marketing. Even where influencer follower numbers are not gigantic, for example, micro-influencers, followers are far more likely to be interested in what the influencer shares. Think of it as a digital referral. There is trust involved, which you can't buy with ads. When it comes to making content, leave it to the influencers. They know their audience better than anyone, and their followers will be used to their style. So in summary, the first rule for influencer marketing, and for all types of digital marketing, is to deliver your marketing where your target market spends their time, which sounds so simple, but it's often harder than that, isn't it? If you haven't done so, you first need to work out who your target audience is and where they hang out. You then need to use a mix of marketing channels that target that market, including in most cases influencer marketing. For example, if you sell a product targeting young people, you'll want to consider including YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and depending on your product, maybe even TikTok or Twitch in your mix. If you sell to the older generation, you're more likely to use email marketing, Google Ads, blogs, Facebook, along with influencers who use those channels too. You'll want to choose influencers who appeal to your target audience as well. If you sell video games or other products appealing to gamers, for instance, you'll want to work with gamers who play the types of games that your potential customers play. For example, you might work with gamers on Twitch, Facebook Gaming, or YouTube Live. So there was quite a lot going on in this module with the marketing mix. Make sure you have a go at the test in this module to ensure that you followed it okay. Get the basics right and your influencer marketing campaign is going to get off to a flying start. So we'll see you in the next module where we'll be teaching you what actually makes an influencer.